And then we're going to Soul and Scooter, and that hopefully we get back on topic. That was the end of the Lala saga. Okay, that was the end of the Lala. Okay, that was the end.
No, it
Because
ain't.
again, she was just speaking on the topic.
Well, hey, Family Cousins, Manny's Newsroom, everybody. So I just had a
Hello.
question in regards to the vetting. So this was what raised my eyebrow about it. Why would any real political candidate running for office of the United States and free leader of the next world be taking interviews on messy TikTok? Now I know I'll be over here, but I'm saying our next president taking interviews with messy TikTok creators to me was eyebrow raising, because I mean that you have Peter, you have Don Lemon, you have Joyce Reid, you have a lot of political journalists that are on TikTok. Why didn't he go into any of those spaces? Why was the first time that we heard about this man was through messy TikTok? So I know that a lot of people were talking about Nitra vetting him, but shouldn't his PR team had also vetted where he was conducting his interviews at? Because if he conducts an interview with a particular person who may be seen as controversial, this would be hindrance and a problem for his running for office, wouldn't you think? So that's just my 2 points. I'm gonna go ahead and drop. I don't argue and stuff, so I'm gonna go, y'all.
Again,
Thank you, Soulflower. So I totally agree with those sentiments that on his end, he also should have done some vetting. But I do think that this side can be a starting ground. As he stated, grassroots. This side can be a grassroots because there are many available people. So I understand what you all are saying, but I also understand the monster of social media. There are a lot of able free bodies over here. Just think about it. You need people to just type all day in honor of your campaign. They're over here. You need people to scream and holler in a box all day in support of you. They're over here. You need free bodies with free time. They're over here. So again, I understand that y'all might look at it like, why choose here? Again, he did state grassroots. This is what grassroots looks like. This is just on TikTok. Go ahead, Scooter.
Hey, Manny, baby.
Hey.
I don't care nothing about who the president, who do what, baby. I'm trying to bar this long from these white folk, but I love you. I just came in to speak to you because you always make my day.
Oh, thank you, Queen.
I'm trying to get this damn loan approved for this new grandbaby coming in December. I'm out. I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a blessed day that God made.
Thank you. All right, then we finna go.
Love you, bye, baby.
Love you too, Queen. Now we finna go to the bottom to Hippie. Whew. Then Just Frankie, friends, and then back to the top, Lord. Go ahead, y'all.
Okay, Manny. Thank you. I know you said we're done with a certain saga, so I'm going to zip it on that topic. But in relation to the so-called vetting, now, did I think that that person was qualified to run? Did I think that his story was a bunch of foolishness? Yes, not even from him talking, but I'm talking about from reviewing his webpage. That was my opinion. However, I did agree with you on maybe this is just where he was trying to get his start if he really did want to run for president, because there are such things as front porch campaigns. I think who was it? Garfield and McKinley, maybe. They were well-known presidential candidates that started that, and basically during that time, they was basically preaching from a front porch or evangelizing from a front porch in relation to their campaigns, and that's how they got most of their votes. Now, if you remember, our current president did the same thing in the sense of he went to a lot of small towns in America. It was just a new version of that because those small towns in America hadn't seen a presidential candidate in I think a lot of them said 50 to 60 years. So he was going across those small towns. So it was technically considered a front porch campaign because he was going to those smaller areas first. So in the same context, this guy could have had that idea of let me go to the smaller areas, let me go to the pockets
morning.
where I know that it's a lot of people that are my people, and I can go ahead and get the word out for my campaign until I can build up to a Don Lemon type of platform. Now, in my opinion, was he going to win or is he qualified? Absolutely not. But, however, Miss Nitra is a good place to start because we're still having the conversation days later. And I know at least 3,000 people know of him that didn't know of him before, myself included.
I agree, y'all, because again, he still is running locally, trying to make his way. He's still trying to make his way in America, y'all. Like, so you can find him. That's a start. You can find him. He is in the registries and things of that nature. It's a start. He just don't have a whole lot of backing and a whole lot of support. So, but he is a legit person. He just like if it's 100, he like 100. If it's like 1 out of 100, he like 100. So he's trying to work his way up to like 3, 4. I mean 3, 2, 1. You get me? Like he's trying to work.
So, Manny, I have a question for you. Did you hear his interview? Did you hear what him and Nitra? Did you hear it?
I did.
Yeah.
What was, I mean, hippies, and you're very political with it as well. Did y'all hear maybe any policies that y'all liked or anything that maybe?
Well, he didn't get that far. No, he didn't get that far.
Before we get here, let me say what I gotta say. Politics does not have a color. Everyone, and hey, panel and all the things, everyone has an opinion about what happens, how the political race turns out. He has to start from the beginning, and maybe one day he'll hit being president. But he most definitely has to start from somewhere, being in his local area. He has to start with being maybe a school somebody, or maybe work his way up to being mayor or something. But before he gets to being president, he has to do some local things so he can get the local people, whether it be black or white. I don't give a fuck about none of y'all downstairs, because y'all stand for nothing and y'all will never stand on anything. But politics does not have anything to do with just one color. It's stupid, and everybody should have an opinion on it, not just the black community.
Wait, Manny, does that go back to the Lala conversation or no?
I think she was, but I think she wanted to.
No, I was talking about in general. Can we not speak for me? I just told you about that.
I asked the question. I didn't.
I'm telling you, I'm talking about.
You didn't tell me anything. We clarified that I was right.
Politics does not just
yesterday. That's what we clarified.
Hippie, when you were speaking, was I quiet? I quiet?
I just had to let you know you didn't tell me anything.
I was quiet though, right?
Okay, say it louder.
Don't do that. I was fucking quiet.
Am I yelling at you?
I did not. But you're over talking me. You're over talking me. I was fucking quiet when everybody was talking. So, like I said, politics does not just go with one color. It's a whole community of things, and people, Latinos, Asians, all the things, okay? So before y'all just get to talking about color this and color that, make sure you can color inside the lines before you be talking about color. Now, y'all have wonderful
Okay, and my question is, does that comment go back to the conversation about Lala?
No, it does
like
not.
She didn't care.
No, it does
Manny,
not
so
go
you don't
back to
want
the
us to bring that back
conversation.
up?
Not Lala, because again, Lala can speak to the to the topic. She can speak to the topic.
So
now
was she speaking about Lala, or was she talking about the politics?
I don't know, Roro. It sounded like Lala, but she left before we could get an answer.
Oh, okay.
So we don't have to. So, because Roro, I heard you earlier say something to Lala, so I assumed you had already said what you had to say, right?
No, but let me tell you, I said part of what I want to say. I wanted to keep it professional with her. But with FWA, I don't have a problem. I was just coming to find out, was she talking about the candidate, or was she talking about Lala? I just wanted to know.
She'll probably be right back.
Okay, so I'll come back when she come back. Thank you, Manny.
Thank you. Oh my God. Okay.
I just don't. This is my point of it all is, again, sometimes we don't realize our influence and our power. I'm a victim of that as well. Nitra has y'all still up here talking about this hypothetical president. So even friends take, even hippies take, even your takes is like, y'all are still up here discussing this man who is scamming, watching Messy Talk, telling y'all it's 500 people in the live. Can everybody send me $1? That's the whole point of it all. Y'all are a fool. I'm glad we think for ourselves over where the fuck I handle business, because we don't do stupid shit like this. This is all a joke. Laughable. I feel bad for y'all supporters.
Hold on, Bray. You asked the question.
All of the scammers that keep scamming them.
Hold on, Bray. You asked the question, did we hear any policies? And Manny and I both said no. I also said in my statement, just from reviewing his webpage, I already knew that he wasn't qualified, nor would he be winning anything. The 3 policies that he had on his page was, first, the abolition of the Electoral College, not going to happen.
Down there screaming, who did he scam? Who did he scam? Ooh, I feel bad for y'all, boo.
Second, he was saying that he wants to institute a policy or a practice for the popular vote, and all this to be done by December 1st, 2028. Those were the first three things on his webpage. I think all of those things are complete and utter fool, and it's not going to happen. And I did say that already. So I don't think you should blame me and Manny for that.
Yeah, don't blame us. And plus, it's only been a week that we've been knowing. So again, after this week, he won't be spoken of. So technically, all the people are hearing this week about the candidate president-elect. They're hearing everything. It's up to them. I haven't told anybody to go vote, send him some money, yada, yada, yada. They're getting the information. It's up to them.
To go vote. So my question would be then, are we supposed to, as the people of Messy Talk, be upset next week when somebody comes up and now they're having a court case because somebody accidentally sent him money and they didn't send it back? Are we the people supposed to be upset that the warnings were given and now somebody got scammed? And when the court case comes, are we going to be in trouble after we read?
No, because as an individual, you have to do your due diligence.
Has the due diligence been done?
I mean, everybody done told me what I need to know about,
and
throwing my vote in support. So I figured it out for me in my vote. So each individual had to do that same thing, correct?
Well, I'm having an open discussion about it now because earlier you asked, Ray, what happens if somebody was there and they donated money and they left and they didn't hear anything else? Well, let's continue to have that.
Wait, Asia, we can't hear you, friend. Something happened.
I'm sorry. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I was saying, you asked earlier, Braid, what happens if somebody donated and they heard only part of the speech and didn't hear anything else? Well, us continuing the conversation and having the conversation now, making the details clear of what has been found is going to help people make their own executive decisions. Because at the end of the day, people are still going to give if they want to give, just because you look like
what
them
if
and
that person wasn't in here either,
do.
though, Fran? What if they wasn't in here either?
But that's the thing. We can't control everything, but we can control the conversation that we're having while we're having an open conversation. We know it's going to be blogged.
My point of saying it was, even though some people might have been clearing it up, there's still people that, because he got to put himself up there, that still might not know what the fuck he's about and still could be getting scammed. I was talking about this.
Right, but now there's more opportunities for them to have different conversations because this conversation is a conversation of clarity.
Correct.
So when this is blogged, it'll be replayed again, and other people will be able to hear the conversation of clarity in comparison to the original conversation or the interview per se.
Even in the conversation of clarity, do you not still hear people coming up here still talking about how he needs to do this to become president? He needs to do this. He's a viable candidate. He might need to.
Well, no, he does need to do it because, again, he can run if he properly positions himself. Anybody in America can if they properly position themselves.
Yep.
And that's true, Manny. Anybody in America can run and have a successful campaign if they properly position themselves. However, I do believe that you have to be in a certain arena around certain people to have the political backing and the money that is being backed. You have to make allies across the board. Just like, I know a lot of people with the Republican Party, the NRA, which is the National R-word Association, they back the pro 2A. They're very pro 2A. So when Republican candidates run, they have to align themselves very heavily with the NRA and their stances and the beliefs so that they can get the money from the funding. Exactly. Unfortunately, when you get into politics, it's always follow the money, follow the backing, all of that. NRA stands for National Rifle Association, in case anybody doesn't know. I am heavily involved in my hold on, Roto, I'm talking.
Hold on. No. She was talking. Oh, hell no. She was talking.
They dropped her.
She was talking. She was talking. Now, come on now. We can't act like we got cataracts.
How many
she
times
was
your
talking.
Mom drop her? That's disrespectful.
She was talking. Like, come on, y'all are really trying to push her to the limit. Like, she was talking. Go ahead, Lala. My apologies.
Flag on the play, flag on the play.
Crazy, Manny.
She flag on the play. I can admit when I'm wrong. My apologies. Go ahead, Lala.
No, ma'am.
Miss Tia, you in the box. You got a lot of noise. We're in the middle of Manny letting white Lala clock black Roro. That's fucked up. Go ahead.
I got it. But go ahead.
I just told her she was
I can admit when I'm wrong. Go ahead, Lala.